What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Shy representing Synchronic Gaming. Today we're bringing you another Town Hall 16 attack guide. It's going to be Root Riders, this time with lightning spells. So we're giving you guys a little bit of a variety. We have already covered the jump spell and the overgrowth spell. Now we're going into the zap spell to give you guys a little bit more understanding on how to use this strategy to its fullest capacity with different spell combinations. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and pick up on all the tips and tricks we're going to provide. But anyways, if you do end up liking this guide, remember, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. But let's get rid of the talking. Let's jump right into this guide. Okay guys, anyways, before we get going, this army will be down in the description so you guys can copy and paste it into your Clash of Clans account. But looking at this base right here, it's kind of a really funky, weird box-esque base. Don't really like it too much myself, but we're going to see the professional player himself in Simone, who is a pro for Synchronic Gaming. He's going to come on and he's going to show us how to use the zap on these type of bases and these type of layouts to get the job done. As you can see, 1 minute 20, absolutely rapid attacker, and hopefully this can help you guys in getting the job done as well. So there we have it. He managed to take out a builder hook, a ricochet cannon, a scatter shot, and an X-Ball. So basically these 4 defenses right here, but over on this side, absolutely perfect. It negates so much damage. And now we're going to be going on in and seeing where he's going to have his entry point from. So the king and queen over at the 3 o'clock side right here, with the skelly over on the scatter. Root Riders are coming on in. We have got our siege barracks at the 12 o'clock side. Now here is where everything is going to get a lot of fun, right? We're going to see the Root Riders push directly into this ricochet multi, fight against these poison towers and get the job done. The siege barracks is going to be huge, because we noticed that Simone usually likes to use super minions inside of his siege barracks, which will assist in taking down the eagle artillery. That king popping nice and early with a couple of headhunters is making great pathing for this queen to step in and assist in picking off these X-Bars, the warden and the multi-inferno. Warden ability, now this was a beautifully timed warden ability. This is something that you need to ensure, right? You don't want to pop your warden ability very early, because I see a lot of Root Rider players drop their Root Riders as soon as the warden goes down. Within a second they pop that ability. You don't need to do that. You can hold your warden ability, and you want to make sure that you have the healing tome as well in this army, as well as the eternal tome. And the reason being, you could allow your Root Riders to take a little bit of damage, step a little bit into those high DPS areas, then pop your ability when the Root Riders are about 60% HP, because the Warden Healing Tome will then heal them back up to full HP, and the Eternal Tome will stop them from taking any damage, and it will assist in your Root Riders in picking off those high compact DPS areas and getting the job done. We have got our RC actually deployed with these Root Riders because of how compact the entire core was. So we knew once we got through this core part of the base, the rest was going to be easy pickings. And as I said earlier, super minions, they're going to pick off that eagle artillery, which is going to be absolutely huge. RC is going to be able to pick off the monolith, which is going to be perfect. Plenty of Root Riders left alive, and that was because of the later Eternal Tome from the Warden, which allowed to keep them alive, because as we see, there's not that many left at the moment. But if we popped that Eternal Tome a little bit earlier, this could have potentially failed. So remember, that Eternal Tome being used at the right time is absolutely pivotal. This base, guys, I know I've seen it in Legends a ton. I know for a fact you guys would have seen this in Legends a ton, right? So if you are running a Root Rider army in Legends, and you want to give a try with some zaps or stuff like that, or a different type of army, and you see this base, well, now you're going to know how to exactly take it down with the zap spells and the Root Riders. We're going to show you exactly how, and this base obviously is being super annoying. So the defenses we're going to be targeting is the monolith, the Expo, the poison, the Invis tower, and one of these scatters as well. And look at that fantastic value. We get all of those defenses down, as well as negating an Invis tower, which is absolutely beautiful. And again, we're sending this time our siege barracks into the clan castle, because we want to take care of that clan castle, get rid of it nice and early, because most likely than not, it is triple ice golem. So we're hoping that our Peckers can deal with them with a poison spell, because it keeps the ice golems away from our heroes, it keeps it away from the root riders, so there's no stalling on our main initial push of the base, so our CC troops can deal with the opposing CC, which will make things a lot more easier. The attack will be a bit more fluid, it'll be a lot quicker. Now this is something that I really liked what Simon does, right? So he sends the queen away on this attack, knowing that he doesn't need the king at all. So he sends the queen away so she can walk essentially all down this channel, picking off the queen, the RC, the ward, and the king, and she's going to set a beautiful funnel for these root riders, and they are going to be sending the king this time inside with the root riders to get the job done as well. And I'm going to show you exactly how they're going to do that. Early on, we see the RC coming on in for this double ricochet area. Now, why did we freeze that ricochet cannon so early as soon as the fox invis wore off? It's because this ricochet will shoot the RC and then it'll shoot the fox. And what we want to do is ensure that that fox never dies or dies towards the very end of the attack, because if that fox dies early, it can cause big issues for your root rider attack, because the RC provides such a massive push going into it. But again, we're gonna have to keep our eyes on this queen, as she's gonna do great value. But now, because we got rid of one of those invis towers, the second one will end up going off right here, but we tore right through it, which kind of negates the damage. And we did keep the expo and the scatter up on the other side, which allows our root riders to stay in the mix, stay in the core, and get the job done. And with that king ability, it's going to be absolutely fried. Now the queen is still going up on the other side, which is absolutely phenomenal. Pop that ability, she takes down the RC, she is going to stay alive for the remainder of the hit. RC clears the bottom side with the super minions just clearing the buildings around it for extra cleanup. And look at how fast this attack was, how clean it was essentially, right? So that's the main thing you want to worry about, is pathing, dealing with that CC early, potentially with your CC, and trying not to get your root riders and your heroes stalled up by the ice golems. This is going to be the third and final attack of this Zap guide. Now look at the value we saw right off the rip. We wasn't even able to talk, and he got down a monolith. He took down 2 X-boards right there as well. Beautiful value. Now this is something you guys are going to have to keep your eye on. This was a phenomenal hit, and I'm going to break everything down on this attack because it ideally prioritizes everything that I talk about. So on this one, we see the king and the queen go different ways. Now he had 3 wall breakers. Now essentially we're going to be using the wall breakers to break open this wall and potentially this wall right here to keep our heroes pushing all the way from 3 all the way to 6 o'clock. Now here we got the root riders down from the 12 o'clock side. Siege barracks is yet to be deployed, but the siege barracks is going to be deployed, I believe, at the, yeah, there we go. Siege barracks is dropped at the 10 o'clock side. And now, so remember I said earlier that you don't want the ice golems to be pulled by the root riders or the heroes. Unfortunately on this attack we had to compromise just a little bit, so we had to think, do we want the heroes to get stalled up or do we want the root riders to be stalled up? And on this occasion we decided that the root riders would be ideal to get stalled up, because the heroes then will be able to do an absolute magical job from the 3 to 6 o'clock side, not being stalled up. They'll be able to push their way through. So sometimes you will have to kind of compromise depending on the base style as well. But the Zaps did essentially set up the pathing also, which was fantastic. We're going to most likely be having those super minions in that CC. Look at this king, he's about to pop in just a second. He's going to get a ton more of that base down. We have got the root riders into the core. The ice golems are freezing them up, but we catch them in a perfect Warden Eternal Tome, which will keep them healthy for a long duration of time. Now as well, our heroes, they're pushing in unison right here with the Royal Champion cleaning up at the 9 o'clock side. And there you have it, everything worked together, sweeping all the way down and across the base, and it was absolutely magical the way that he managed to get the job done right here. And honestly, if you blink it, you've already missed the attack. So keep that in mind, guys. You want to keep these troops working in unison, pushing their way down. And sometimes if you have to compromise on either the heroes or the troops that are going to deal with the ice golems, it would be better for the troops, because then you can drop the RC as well as the lizard on top of the warden that can deal with them. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this guide, drop a like, comment, subscribe. It's been a pleasure making this guide for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.